Air Canada flights slowly climbing back into the air, but some passengers are still trying to navigate compensation after their flights were canceled or delayed. Let's bring in CTV's Kamil Karamali to join us with more on this. Hey, Kamil, good to see you again. So let's talk about Air Canada and the flight attendants. We know they struck this tentative agreement ending the strike, but is the chaos for passengers over?
Far from over, and much of that has to do with the ripple effect we are seeing. So what Air Canada is saying is that most of their flights should be back up and running today, but that doesn't account for a lot of the ripple effect that a lot of passengers are seeing, many of them having to rebook and take a meandering route to their destination, and a lot of those are seeking compensation for that, but there's also a little bit of a backlog happening. So what we're hearing is that, for example, Montreal's airport, Premier Elliott Trudeau is now unaffected by the strike with all operations back to normal. But the company's website and online dashboard Wednesday night also said 97% of domestic flights will go ahead over the next 24 hours, as well as 99% of U.S. flights and 76% or three-quarters of other international routes as well. But that includes flights that were already scheduled to take off, not counting the ones that were canceled and resulting in a backlog. As I mentioned, it still could take a week to 10 days for all flights to get completely back to normal, and most domestic and international flights are set to take off today, though. But once again, 7 to 10 days, Courtney, until we see things return to normal in terms of some of that backlog catching up.
Yeah, and it is quite a backlog. What about compensation for passengers who were affected? I mean, we know so many people found themselves in a position they were trying to find any flight home.
Yeah, you and I have some good memories at the airport reporting on that, don't we? So talked to a lot of passengers, as you can imagine. Roughly 500,000 passengers affected by this. And what we know so far is that Air Canada has offered to compensate and give a full refund on flights canceled. And so that includes, throughout that week-long stretch of the flights that were being canceled and the follow-through and the follow-up after that, when more than 10,000 flight attendants went on strike. But a lot of passengers are taking issue with that, and so are flight experts, aviation experts, who are saying that, look, there should be compensation included for other costs that were incurred by passengers, including having to take other routes. So, for example, if you took a train because your flight was canceled, that should be paid for by Air Canada. So that is where it gets a little gray. Once again, aviation experts saying that should be compensated. Air Canada hasn't made it clear whether they are going to pay that out. But as you can imagine, a lot of ripple effect costs taking place in terms of hotel costs, excursion costs for vacations that customers are saying should be reimbursed. Air Canada has not made it clear and hasn't said whether they will pay that back.
Yeah, it's been a challenging couple of days for thousands of passengers.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. All right, Kamil, thanks so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.